This is IGN. This ain't no game. This is a 1993 flashback review of the Super Mario Bros. Movie by Brian Altano. I shouldn't be talking about the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie right now. In fact, I'm kind of sorry for even bringing it up. It's 2026. Nintendo is firmly in a new era of cinematic adaptations of their popular video games. A second animated Super Mario Bros. Movie is out, and a big-budget live-action Zelda movie is in production as we speak. Dredging up an ancient Nintendo movie failure, one that is a thoroughly beaten Yoshi-shaped horse by now, feels both cruel and irresponsible. Like being at your friend's wedding and telling everyone about the time he threw up in front of the entire class in middle school. Everyone should have moved on by now. But sometimes it's important to think about where someone started so you can reflect on how far they've come. And video game movies have mostly improved since the live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie was released to poor reviews, a very muted box office reception, and a lot of confused fans, with even more confused parents over 30 years ago. But hey, let's start with some positives. Despite so much of Super Mario Bros. Being a baffling interpretation of the source material, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo's take on real-life Mario and Luigi going on an interdimensional road trip/rescue mission actually works. Their banter is frequently charismatic, endearing, and fun, even if it's mostly quips and catchphrases as hallucinatory nonsense unravels around them. They've got great chemistry, and they're believable as two Italian-American brothers bickering and bantering as they attempt to run a failing, family-owned Brooklyn plumbing business out of a van that barely works. And that's even before they get pulled into an alternate universe and everything goes crazy. If that setup sounds familiar, it's because it's essentially the same in the far more successful 2023 animated The Super Mario Bros. Movie. An interesting coincidence considering plumbing companies and broken-down utility vehicles aren't ever really explored in the video games. I don't hate this movie, I swear. In fact, I try to revisit it every few years and see if there are any redeeming qualities to it. It's all just so profoundly strange, which, while that's a more ambitious and occasionally interesting thing for a movie to be than safe, does make me wonder what percentage of people in the credits had ever actually played the game. Imagine if me and 200 dogs recorded a song about being astronauts. The end result would be equal parts fascinating and horrible, but real astronauts would sit around for decades wondering why the dogs and I ever thought we were qualified to tell their story. It's possible that there were actually some people involved in making Super Mario Bros. Who had played the games before, but they either never spoke up or were completely ignored. Two entirely plausible scenarios for a movie that went both over schedule and over budget, and, by all accounts, had a frequently contentious set. There are nitpicky things to get annoyed about because they seem like the easiest details to get right from the games. Just basic stuff that anyone who had actually played a Mario game could have flagged. Why is Mario wearing yellow for a third of the film? Why is Luigi, who didn't even bother growing a mustache or gluing on one, wearing red for 2/3 of the film? Why are the power-up mushrooms replaced with a disgusting ceiling fungus that turns into a man? Why does Toad play guitar? Wait, the guitar guy was supposed to be Toad? Just some of the many things to think about as the film flashes through its 104 minutes of runtime at both a breakneck speed and an eternity. Like that looping gif of the speeding vehicle that keeps looking like it's about to crash into a wall, but never actually does. Did Mario fans deserve a better live-action Mario movie at the time? Probably, but it's hard to imagine what that would have looked like in even the most capable hands. 1993's Super Mario Bros. Gets a 5. It's a relic. As one of the first live-action video game adaptations, it had to crawl so the others could walk. It's got a solid core cast of characters who are thrust into a psychedelic smattering of scenes, hastily glued together in nearly offensively stupid ways. But it's also so strangely ambitious at times that it's hard not to respect whatever it is it's trying. Whether you've never seen it, revisit it often, or are actively suppressing memories of it for your own sanity, we can all agree that we'll continue to get bad video game adaptations forever, surely. But, for better or worse, we'll never get one quite like this again. 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie's IGN score? 5 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Super Mario Bros. Updates and for an entire archive of movie reviews, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.